became the 29th state in 1846. Now, its capital is the one of two that have the 5 domes to it, and there's a huge public library here as well. So Iowa is actually double landlocked, and it is surrounded by 6 states. When you come in here, they have a wall that's honoring the Iowa soldiers, sailors, Marines, and airmen that have passed away in combat, and there's a huge replica of the USS Iowa. My daughter pointed out to me that up here, if you look, I'll show you here in a second, they have all 12 of the zodiacs right there. So you got all 12 of them all the way around. Originally started as a territorial library in 1863. Once the state became a state, it became the state library. And there's over 100,000 books in here. It's a Victorian style library with spiral staircases on both ends. So in this glass container, they have a book that was printed by Benjamin Franklin. They have the smallest book, the oldest book in the library as well. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. But it's pretty cool to be in front of something that Benjamin Franklin personally printed. The oldest book in this library was printed in 1539, and the smallest book in this library was printed in 1627. Now the big book in here, it's a 14th century hand-lettered book that was copied before the time of the printing press. It was written in Latin, or is written in Latin, and it's made out of calf skin or sheepskin. Originally, every small church in every hamlet in Europe owned books like this. And then this book was purchased in Florence, Italy in 1921 and later sold to the state of Iowa. So in 1855, it became practice that in every book that's here in this library, on the 13th page of each volume is written that it's part of the Law Library of Iowa. So you can't go into the Senate chambers unless you're with a tour guide. And we were looking through the window, and a guy came up behind us and was like, "Hey, you want to go in there?" And I was like, "Can we?" He's like, "If you're with me, you can." We'll come to find out he's a senator. And he gave us like a little tour, talked about the Senate a little bit. And then he took us over to the House and took a picture of us sitting in the Speaker of the House's chair. That's really cool. So it was Senator Isaiah Knox. So I appreciate you, sir. If you're watching this, thank you for your opportunity, your time, because he had another tour he had to do, and he took his time to talk to us when he had a tour to do. So that was really cool. Thank you very much. Back in the early 1900s, they were putting electricity in here. And in that corner right there started a fire. They were running electricity through, and the electrician, he started a fire. This whole area here got destroyed, but it was slow moving, so they were able to move the desks out of the way before everything fell from the ceiling. So that was pretty cool. After the fire, they obviously needed a new ceiling. So you see all these lights right here? They're the first electric lights in this Capitol, and each one of them weighs 800 pounds. And there's 5 of them in here. Sorry, can't math. There's 4 of them in here. See all these columns behind me? It's actually brick, and they have a product called Scagliola that's put over it to give it a marble appearance, but it's made out of gypsum and some other material, and it's smoothed out and it looks just like marble, but it weighs a fraction of the total weight. So all this marble that you see in here, it's actually scagliola. Now the marble that you see down here at the bases, that's all marble, but all the decorative columns are all scagliola. So if you see all these statues that are up here, they go all the way around. That's all the first art in this building. Now, you would think that they're gold leafs, but they're not. They're actually made out of plaster. Then they have aluminum leaf over them, and then they were spray painted gold. This painting behind me is called Westward. It was completed in the early 1900s, 1905, and it was done in New York and shipped out here. Now, if you see, I don't know if you can see it from here, there's little black pegs that are along the walls. That's actually gas pipes, because before, when this building was built, they had gas, but they didn't have electricity. Capitol, and you see any of these ports out here, those used to be gas fixtures for lighting. So, granite, no, it's scagliola. And even all the, I'm going to flip it around, but all of the columns up in the dome, scagliola. All around this upper level and down even on the first level, you're going to see a lot of tile. It is the original tile from when this building was originally built in the mid 1800s. I think it finished in 1864, 1865 is about the time frame that it was finished. Back when Iowa was becoming a state, it was a territory, and it covered a lot of Illinois, Wisconsin, went all the way up to Minnesota. Actually, it's very big. And then they shrunk it down to what it is now. And the capital used to be in Iowa City. Then, as everybody started moving westward, a lot of the population moved westward as well. So they ended up moving the capital westward and to here in Des Moines. Now, this Capitol is actually the third Capitol building that they've had. The original Capitol building here was used while it was still a territory, and then they built this one as it became a state, and then eventually it transitioned to being over here in this Capitol building. We are in the Whisper Gallery. Now you see this little hallway behind me? There's some of them all the way around. If you stand in one of them and you have somebody else standing in another and you keep going, it will keep a whisper going all the way around, which is awesome. And then you get a great view of the gallery up and down. And then if you look, you see these little pipes right here? That's from when they had the gas lanterns up there. So that's pretty cool. They had them up here too. So if you have a chance to come up, it's 91 stairs, so not too bad. These two statues right here were given to Iowa from Illinois. They were going to be in the Illinois state capitol, but when they received them, they thought they were a little bit too provocative. So they're like, well, they're not good enough for us, so we'll give them to Iowa. So Iowa took them. Well, last year, our tour guide came in and he saw people with lasers and stuff set up on here, on the statues. And he asked what they were doing. And they were coming in here to be able to make a digital version of this so they could reproduce them and put them in the Illinois state capitol. So now I guess they're not as provocative as they were when they brought out here. So I guess times change, right? Now, to commemorate women's suffrage, they have this plaque right here for memorializing that. And since we're so close to November, I think it's fitting to make sure we put it into this video because it's almost election time. And because of these ladies, women have the right to vote. I don't know about you, but I find some dolls kind of creepy. But here in Iowa, they have a doll memorial. And they do a doll for every governor's wife. Well, the governor is here now, is the first female governor, so they did a doll for the husband. So check this out. So behind me, above the dolls, is a memorial picture. It was actually taken in front of the Capitol from the soldiers returning from World War I. There's two items that are different than the picture. One, the Iowa state flag. The colors are backwards, like it was black and white, and they transitioned it to color. And the artist that did that, they got the colors flip-flopped. And then there is a banner that had how many soldiers from Iowa were killed in World War I. But then on here, they blacked it out because soldiers were still dying from wounds and injuries, and they didn't feel it was right to not include them in that total. We're in the gardener's show house. So they're growing things inside pots, outside of pots, gumball machines. They're just doing a lot of different things here, growing a lot of different plants and shrubs and trees. It's really pretty cool. And the climate in here is phenomenal. Well, that completes our time in the gardener's show house. So back to the conservatory. They also have an outside area as well. So they have the outside area, the gardener's show house, and the conservatory. just so you know, if you're ever in Des Moines and want to get married, you can have your wedding reception here at the Botanical Garden. So good luck, Kate and Jake. They're having their reception there, I guess tonight, or it'll be tomorrow, but the signs are up for them. So I wish them well. We are now outdoors in the outdoor collection, so a lot of water lilies. They have some bonsai trees over there. A nice ambiance with the waterfalls on each side of this bridge, so it's pretty nice. Let's go continue to check it out. Here's a great map of the Botanical Gardens. You can see exactly where everything's at. You've got the inside area and the outside area, and we're about halfway through the outside area right now. So, not everything here at the Botanical Gardens is person friendly, so make sure you don't touch the poison ivy. And if you do, make sure you wash your hands before you touch anything else. The ambiance here is just so fantastic. There's places for you to sit down and read a book, get your thoughts, journal. The ambiance here, the smell, the aroma is just, it's very robust. So this is my first time ever coming to a botanical garden, and I'm very impressed. All right, so my daughter is with me, and well, she didn't know the proper way of saying Des Moines, so she keeps calling it what?
Des Moines.
Des Moines.
Des Moines.
I don't know what they teach in geography school anymore, in class, geography class, but it's Des Moines. The S is silent, it's French. Like Des Moines, it's French, like Des Moines.
Des Moines.
That's my poor French accent. Sacre bleu. Can't take me anywhere either. So Pappajohn, it's all one word, not the pizza place. Sculpture Park. It's on a little over 4 acres. It's like 4.4 acres. And it has over 30 statues. In 2009, when it opened up with 24 statues. And it's a great gateway into downtown Des Moines. So when you come in, it runs right into downtown. If you've seen any of my videos in the past, you know I'm not necessarily the art connoisseur. Maybe I'm just not refined. I just don't understand how a glob of extra material is art. And this piece over here, it looks like a turd got dropped onto something. See what I mean? It's just like, how is that art? I think the hare is trying to figure out how the turtle beat him. That one's dark. Is it symbolizing the emptiness of our souls? If y'all wondering why your insurance with Nationwide is so expensive, they dropped over $1 million in a donation for these sculptures. Hey, Nationwide, if you're watching, I could throw some stuff together too for $1 million. Call me. What is that supposed to be? I swear I'm going to become an artist. Now, the main reason I wanted to come here and look at this sculpture park, one, I do enjoy art as long as I can understand the symbolism behind it. Not like somebody on crack just put 2 sticks together and they called it art. It's this huge hollow person that's made out of just letters, and it's pretty cool because they're kneeling, and I just feel like it symbolizes how much we have going on in our lives, and if we just took a moment to pause, we could just kind of gather it all together. So check it out. I was walking around trying to figure things out, I saw this. Tell me what this looks like. Looks like the yellow one's mad at the blue one and about to go for a field goal. You know what I mean? Interesting building right there, right? So I went to go see what it is. There's some government offices in there, and then the come and go headquarters is there. So you can come and then you can go. Can you guess what this artwork is called? Give me a minute. It's called Seating for 8. Seating for 8. You get it? Because there's 8 seats. Pretty original. welcome to stop number 9 on the top 10 things to do in Des Moines. We are at the Blank Zoo. So we're inside the inside exhibits first, then we're gonna go outside. So let's go check out the zoo. See if everybody's partying like some crazy party animals. You have the opportunity to adopt a poisoned frog. I don't want to do that because they always croak. made it to the Australian outback. Hopefully we can see some kangaroos. Sorry, I've been to Australia, but I can't master their accent. Crikey. Yeah, I got one when I was in Australia. It's not that big though. When I was in Australia, I actually bought a didgeridoo. I can't figure out how to play it though. It blows. Every time I see a dinosaur egg, it cracks me up. If you're going to have a pet and you didn't want to take it for a walk and you didn't want a high maintenance pet, I think one of those giant turtles would probably be a good one because they don't look like they move at all. Just sunbathing. They do have what they call the kids kingdom. We're not going to go into it because my kid's 19 and she said, I feel weird going into kids zone. So we're not going to go in there. But if you have young kids, they have an area, just it looks like a petting zoo's in there because they have hand washing stations right outside of it. Not sure if you can tell, but there are some harbor seals in this enclosure. Looks like two of them. They're swimming around doing laps. So it looks like sea lions can go up to 30 miles an hour when swimming, and seals can hold their breath for about 30 minutes and go down as far as 1,300 feet below sea level. It's pretty cool to see the tiger. There's another one that's back in a different exhibit that you could see. But did you know that a male tiger can weigh up to 660 pounds? It's the largest animal in the cat family, and the average lifespan is between 15 and 25 years. However, only about 40% of tiger cubs survive long enough to find a territory to reproduce. A beautiful, beautiful cat. I'm going to say, hey, kitty, 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 but I don't want to get eaten. I know he's hard to see because he blends in, but if you look at the tire, to the left of it is a big, it's not a gorilla, it's like a baboon. So we'll check it out. If you want to feed a giraffe, you can. It's $3 for one treat or 3 treats for 5. So make sure you bring some cash, or you'll just be watching people feed them like I did. So they actually have a lot of things to do around here. You can go take a train. It's $3 for a non-member, $2 for a member. You've got the carousel over here. You can feed the giraffes. They have a bunch of sculptures around here that you can interact with as well. It looks like for Halloween, they have a little Halloween night fest out here as well. So a lot of cool things to do out here at the Des Moines, Iowa Zoo. I don't know why I keep calling it Omaha. I feel like Peyton Manning. Omaha, 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 Omaha. If you know, you know. So the two bald eagles, their name is Mara and then Ka. America. What trip at the zoo wouldn't be complete without a tour of the gift shop? Well, that completes our time here at the Asian Gardens. What did you like? I like the pagoda. That was pretty cool. So I've been to Japan. And I've been to several pagodas, and it's actually a very authentic pagoda. So I'm pretty impressed to find something like that in Des Moines.